Yo, niggas gotta understand, that's loyalty though. That's, yo, if a nigga help you out, even if everybody don't fuck with that nigga, like, yo, that nigga, the only thing he showed you was his kindness. He shows you kind of grace in a way, like, what you, like, even if everybody against him, you don't even seem that heavy, like, too much in politics and every particular issue. If a nigga is good to you, why would you just go out just to, you know what I mean, appease other people by saying fuck?
On self. Because you know, my joy that is bad is like people fuck me. So it's like, shit, but they don't, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Even if there's shit with my little people who ain't stand up for me, like, on the loyalty shit or stand on business and all that stuff. I just seeing like people, like, they be down there, like, fucking with
like people in close camp, but like just, you know, people.
Yeah, like, I'm saying, I be like, okay, that means y'all will do that same shit. Y'all will do that same shit.
And even as you allude to that, I don't even know exactly what you're talking about, but like, you know, I watch your lives just all the time. I feel like you've been alluding to this. Like, I feel like you've been learning a lot about like people, but people close to you too. Just like how, you know, shit might go and how people change and how they change up on you.
Yeah.
Like, what's the biggest thing you kind of learned even like now that you kind of be like, maybe I shouldn't do that for somebody, or maybe I shouldn't exist that way because, you know, shit don't reciprocate the same way around.
Yeah, facts. And then like this shit getting close to home. Like that's really fucked up. Cause I like, you know, from the jump, like before I really like, I blessed with the yams and shit like that. And I used to listen like, yo, I'll do some like shit, like plies and niggas like and talking about how bitches like change and all the crazy shit. So like by the time I started getting it, I was like, then I know this shit gonna come. This shit like it happened to everybody.
You expected this shit?
Yeah, I expected it because like everybody rap
from
about
your
it.
niggas though.
But yeah,
You
it was like everything.
niggas.
Right, but so it was like everything I was doing, I was setting up to like, so, like we ain't got no reason for you to hate on me. We ain't got no reason for you to be jealous. I'm saying like, okay, like I do shit for niggas because I got to, or I'm tripping or worried about it because niggas around me know what's going on. I'm saying, know what's up. So it's like, I just do that shit. Like, we ain't got no reason for you to hate my thing. I'm straight on it. You know what I'm saying? Like that. Shit, yeah, like, you know.
Man, I've been just. I feel like you've gone through a bunch of things since you know. Before I even get to, I do want to keep it on a lighthearted note because I ain't even said this to you. That's one. I gotta ask you back on camera. Because yo, right before this, right, I'm saying to Kodak, I said, look, like, so I'm over here fixing up my camera angles. I'm like, I can't look too fat on camera. I'm like, damn, Kodak, how you gonna all that fucking weight? Kodak was giving me like some tips and shit. I'm like, yo, I'm waiting for somebody to call me out boxing. I gotta really lose the shit, but. Nigga, you came out of jail. Niggas would say he was a clone at first. You started fucking. You started like, you know, trolling back with him. But like, you did come out losing mad weight, bro. Like, how does that work?
Shit, you know, like I just showed you a burpee.
Yo, he showed me what's called a burpee. Like, I didn't know what he was doing, but I get it. It's like it's a full body kind of exercise type shit.
Oh yeah, and it's like you see all the other times we go to jail, all that other shit. I come home, we fit come home, yeah, like. And the feds, niggas ain't coming home fat. Everybody go to the feds, come home real shredded up. You see Gucci Mane came home. Why's like that? See, then that bitch was trying to play like a nigga wasn't eating all kind of shit. I was eating good in that motherfucker. Yeah, nigga was down. Yo, the people was good, but people started me at me. Whatever type of shit, you know? Shit, you know, it was the bullshit that was like taking nigga up through there, but once started, nigga. Understand?
Why the fuck you on your nigga? You were repping the little chubby game, like you had that,
yeah.
like that. You know, when Gucci was a little, you know, and had his shirt off all the time, but he was just too gangster for all this shit, man. Niggas, those are the only niggas I never see niggas comment about, like they, you know, they wait nothing that like, this got respected. Yeah. I told you, I said, yo, I did fuck with you for that, cause like, I know people who hide when they not their best form to show you people they don't care.
That's just like, okay, like my Google network been saying $600 for like 6 years.
For real?
I'd be like, then a stupid bitch.
That's an industry shit. You gotta get somebody to change that.
But then it's like, I don't know nobody to change that. Because it's like, if a bitch gonna look at a bitch Google me like, oh, let me see.
It say 600,000.
Yeah, facts. So if I be on some shit like if a bitch Google me and feel like they don't
No
want to
way.
fuck with me, I feel like if they don't want to fuck with me no more, cause they see my shit, say son, they whole fuck it. Understand that mean like you ain't fucking.
It do say that shit.
That mean you ain't fucking. You ain't got. You know what I'm saying? You ain't mean you supposed to be rocking. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like a bitch see my shit, say 600, man, still fucking me. I'm like, alright, fucking bullshit. I ain't gotta upload my damn balance and none of that shit. None of that shit.
Yeah, but so I mean, and that's why but I always just say Kodak just too gangster for the industry. I always felt like you and Gucci is just too gangster for the shit. It's just like some of the games that you gotta play ball in the industry. If you want everybody to fuck with you, I always just told my this right from the start. I said, yo, there's certain artists when they drop, everybody about to post them. Everybody about to show them love. They the industry favorites. Everybody want them to win. There's certain niggas when they drop, man, if they ain't really locked in with a nigga, nobody posts them. You know what I mean? A couple other people. And I think niggas play industry games, but I still feel like you don't do it.
Right.
And I know you care about, I think you care about the respect a little bit, but I don't think you care about enough to be compromising what you gonna do. You're not gonna like, all right, cool, I'm gonna just come fuck with y'all, just fuck with y'all, just so y'all can show me love, type shit. You know what I mean? I'm wondering why, like, even with all the success, like, a lot of niggas, that's how they start playing the game to get to the next level. Get everybody on their side, but it's like, I don't want to call you the black sheep, but like, you just in your own lane and you don't really give a fuck if a nigga fuck with you or not.
Right.
How you stay solid like that?
Nigga just in that bubble like fuck, you know what I'm saying? Nigga up. Like you ain't gotta do that. Everybody know what it is. You know what I'm saying? But shit, at the same time, I do be like, man, niggas like Boosie, Plies, young boy, we need a Grammy, like they need to go ahead and like do like a real nigga nomination. Like, y'all done already been playing out, y'all been playing your fields, homie.
I was saying that about like even award shows is like these days is industry. Like you be looking at like niggas really know what's going on. Like the niggas really no push, just people fucking with them. They gonna do numbers. Niggas don't fuck with your shit. Niggas don't fuck with your boy, certain artists like that. They don't gotta have all this industry fluff shit. You see the people there, but for the most part, when it comes to award shows, it be who the industry like, who's the biggest victim this year, who looked the best, got the most covers and shit like that. And a nigga like you don't really do that shit. So I'm like, yo, there gotta be another award show that kind of fucking just highlight what it is.
They scared of real. They scared of real. I feel like a lot of these niggas be on it, like undercover behind the scenes. Like, no man, no, don't have him on this. No man, come on, just do this. You know what I'm saying? Or some shit like that. Shit.
Yeah, I mean, like, if you just look at, like, just how your career has transpired, like, I said it to you before, and, I be watching you tweet sometimes, and I feel like you show, like, you say sometimes you feel underappreciated, and I had to really say to you, I said, bro, you're a legend, like, you the living legend that's still lit, still doing your thing, but, like, for all the young niggas, whether you influence them, maybe they took a little part of what you got going on, they kind of try to do it their way. Nigga, you a legend. Like, you kind of think about that, or do you feel like, man, niggas ain't showing the respect where it is?
Like that, and I'm on real one too. Like, okay, I'm up, but at the same time, I still like be through the projects. Like, I still be hollering at my big cousin, the boys. I got game from, or like my cousin and them boys who were putting shoes on me when I was in elementary school. Kept me fly, kept me, going to school fresh with all the new Jordans. I still acknowledge that. I still tell them how much I appreciate them. I still, come through like, man, I learned from all y'all and put my own sauce together. Stuff like that. I'm humble, down to earth. Like, okay, a nigga got real lit in my own shit. Like, fuck all you niggas. I did this myself. I did, but at the same time, resolve, y'all molded me to my meals today. You know what I'm saying?
You think, and even when I think about like, you're right with all that industry shit, right? But do you think you kind of put yourself in that lane? Like, cause I remember early on, right? Nigga, you lit as fuck. And this is when I said it. This was the first time I said this nigga's too hood for the industry, cause like nobody would react to some shit like how he did. And I think it was a video of like Drake dancing to your song, and like everybody would just be like, oh my god, it's Drake. Yo, Drake, please holler at me, talk to me, like blah blah. And like I think your reaction was, the nigga not gonna, if he's not doing a song with me, I don't care if he dances my song type shit. And nobody in the industry would react like that. I think people looked at you like, man, well, you know what I mean? Now obviously, that's water under the bridge, because I seen that little vlog or whatever. Drake sent you a beat, but what was even going through your head back then when, man, that's the biggest artist in the world, man, dancing to your song, but it didn't hit you like it would hit everybody in the industry.
I should be that. I appreciate that shit lit, but it's like, I'm coming already. I'm already coming. People are trying to play it like, a nigga co-sign, or after that, then that's the reason why I was already doing my shit. Of course it got him. I was already doing my shit. Feel me? So my shit like that wasn't happening. That's my boy, I flow with that boy and shit like that. He supposed to be on the album, I don't know what happened.
You supposed to be on his album? No way.
Yeah.
Nigga, I'll be the rawest. Nigga, how do you bring Drake into your world? Or do you go on a Drake world? Because I had the same conversation with Savage before. I'm like, so I said to Savage, I fuck with you heavy, nigga. But when I'm listening to Drake album, I'm on like little soft love songs. I be having nigga in his feelings. I'm like, I don't know if I want to hear you on that shit. You hear me? So I'm like, yo, when I'm thinking about Kodak shit, like, I be thinking about the pain that you about to convey to me over music.
Damn shit for the minute, even like years ago, right? One time I had lost my voice and shit. And like they come to the house and stuff like that. Voice. I just lost my voice and shit.
You ain't pull up?
I was like, what I'm putting up for, I ain't got no voice. It was this shit like that. They'll probably send a beat with no hood or nothing. Like, man, like, you want me to start first? You know what I'm saying?
Nigga, you that nigga, bro. Like, you gotta imagine, I think he do that, he probably trying to get in your work.
Shit like that, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, I ain't gonna lie, Dre don't fuck with it. He's old, They say on their favorite artists, like they team favorite artists and shit. But I just some shit like, so what we waiting on? I said, we talking about, we gonna do this, do that. So it's happening.
It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
Stuff.
Like, even the shit, I don't know what I saw it when everybody was sending it to me. Like, you're playing something that's how some cars, like, Jay said it, like, even that shit fire. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure, I don't know if there was a hook on it already, but yo, y'all gotta do something. You know what I mean? It's like, it gotta happen.
I told me to that point now, I don't even I've been telling them that, like, me to that point now, I don't even want to do no one song, two songs. Like, we gotta do our whole album now, cause it's like, we so like overdue. And then out the way, like, his crew down be saying, like, they fuck with me and all this crazy shit. Be like, we gotta do our whole album now. You know what I'm saying?
Why you don't fuck with features like that? Like a lot of, and by the way, truth be, man, I've been giving it up to you in terms of like, just honestly, your music since you came out is just raw fire. You know what I mean? Like, I got a playlist on Spotify, by the way, on Spotify now. Like, shit, 30K Don't Leave Me. It's like, them shits don't leave my playlist, you know what I mean? Like, I remember listening to, I thought it was an album, but you said it was like a mixtape. Like, shit, I fuck with Oracle. I even want to know, like, how you even conceive it. There's no beat on that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, people was like, I remember when I was doing a listening party and I played this shit. People like, you Haitian, so you be rocking that shit. Like, you wear that shit on your sleeve. Like, how do you even creatively come to that space? I really want to know your creative process. I've never ever been in the studio with you. Like, what the fuck Kodak be thinking about?
Drake at me like that too. You wanna see like what a nigga tapped in. I don't know. Shit. I be wanna know my damn self.
Like how you even get inspired? You gotta be in a certain mood. You gotta, be a little lit, like, or just hit you like.
It's hit. Water fountain, just make sure it was go to point. Understand?
Nah, yo, like your whole creative process. So it wasn't your album. So you haven't dropped an album yet.
Cause I can't, I just been teasing, like playing around. You know what I'm saying, like that, like. And then I ain't wanna give like no fuck niggas or no pussy hoes my energy, like you know what I'm saying, like I wanted to come home and let everybody like reveal their hand, show themselves, see how I'm rocking, see who gon' fuck you, bitch, see what I'm doing, clear some shit up, let everybody come out the woodworks and all that. Then go to dropping that fight. So by the time it's like, man, I done already got you bitch niggas out the way, got you pussy all that way. Now by the time I go to dropping my shit on self-centered, I'm in my cone and like, y'all can't get this little drip right here. So, like that.
Yeah, nah, I've been watching it. I kind of feel like you're right about it. You're on that way. I do want to know. And you know, I seen you. We can even start here. Like, I seen you reflect, you know, on the passing of, you know, one of your friends, and like I don't know. It's just something about you. Like, I've never lived the life you live. I could never live the life you live. I read stories about the life you live, and I hear the music about the life you live. But I could feel the pain, and maybe not all the way like you feel it, but it comes through the music, and it's just real and it's raw. And you know, just even when I saw you, even you know, you sent out a couple tweets and just you speaking on, you know, losing, you know, a close friend. It was just like it was just like you kind of tapping back into that trauma that you've always felt. Like in terms of, you know, I even seen like a tweet like recently. You were like, yo, I feel like we speeding to die, like yo, we just racing to die type of shit. Like
that vision of real life game. Like the game, who gonna get the more money the fastest, or who gonna live longer, who gonna tap out, you know what I'm saying, who gonna fuck around and croak, you know what I'm saying, and all that. Like, shit really just a game.
how did life even bring you there? Because like you started getting in trouble, like getting caught up in shit mad early, man.
Man, listen, I started thinking with a BB gun in elementary school. They kicked me out of elementary school. I used to bring a BB gun to school.
Elementary school.
Facts. I was destined for but it's over with though. I'm straight. You know, God put his hands on me. Like around that same time, like, you know, I was rapping in elementary school too, like, you know, in a trap with my cousins, them boys, and shit like that. Like my little younger homeboys, they weren't allowed, like, in a trap and all that. And my cousin used to have me in a trap, you know, so they always felt like left out. Like I leave down there and ready to older chick, the older dude. No, this is me and my little homeboy, little Boosie. We did the whole, like, in Marcus Elementary, we did the whole by the gate. So we'll come across the street at, like, me in school, and we'll go on the ground and go back in the projects. Those are shit, like, we come back across the street.
Yo, you sent me a text today. I was saying when you just came in. So Kodak pulls up. I said Kodak texts weird. So like I'm like, yo, maybe I'm just not even street enough to understand like his texting vocabulary. So this nigga is like, yo, I'm downstairs, but I'm waiting for my man, and he put the monkey symbol. I'm like, so I'm showing him. I'm like, what the fuck you mean by the monkey? Like I'm like, is this something? And some, you know, somebody told me, said, oh, that's the gas. That's the. I swear, that's what they said. So that's gas. He told me. I said, oh, nigga, now, so Kodak walks in as an actual monkey. What makes you take a liking to, like, you know, even having a monkey as a pet?
I just fuck with that boy, you know what I mean? Like my gold teeth and all. You see how you looking at my shit, ain't
Yeah. High maintenance?
Straight. Look how you looking at me. What's that boy? KTV and Caillou the back.
Yeah, not a...
The name Caillou.
Monkey's name's Caillou. How long you got it?
Well, but I almost gave up on like signing niggas.
Yeah, you said that shit.
Fucking with niggas. I do.
You still saying about that? Like, because a lot of people were saying, yo, listen, and a lot of people go through situations like that. friends or not.
I ain't gonna lie, on some Z shit, I don't give a fuck what nobody say, man. Like, okay, from the jump, all the time, you know, bro, like, you know, been out there, so we ain't never, like, me and her be back and, like, in and out, back and forth and shit. So we ain't never really get the collab to do us, like, EP album or fucked up, and I said, like, yo, so, on some Z shit, tell you the truth, that's why I ain't never really, like little girl, like young boy, me and him ain't never like bumming, do what we supposed to do. You know why? Cause I'm so much of a friend. I be like, I'm gonna rock it, I'm gonna rip it, you know why be with bro. After I put that look out there first with Jack, cause it's like that would have ate that up. Like I already did a collab album with bro. Like me and him already like them been era well back and forth video, back to back video.
Yo, is that true?
And bro was showing me more. Like love and respect, like a little brother than you.
Yo, is that true? I heard on one of the lives you said that, like, you know, if situations had went certain ways, you could have probably signed your boy.
Hell yeah, facts.
Really?
Really most deaf. Little brother used to come to my eyes and shit, like my mama like, all kind of shit. I got the brother smoking KK and we fooling and shit like that. I like little brother. That you see me and my dogs down, my brothers down. Like, man, what's up, boy? Religion. Shit like that. He was fucking with it. I was fucking with that boy to the point, like, he'll be at my eyes with nobody. Like, by himself. I'm like, damn, I fuck with that boy. Like, yeah, bitch. We
You was fucking with you like that?
We serious people. You know what I'm saying? We like, bitch, we motherfucking like, man, he just trust a nigga like me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I fuck with him, bro. He just by himself, you know what I'm saying? That shit like this, rocking, just like, really not like that. Like, where you at? Fuck with shit. Like, heavy, like,
so my Jimmy
like,
John's
I'm locked up,
eventually showed up.
shit, like,
Yeah, I saw it out here.
I call
But
people and
they
like,
park.
You get it for free?
Let me finish. This is weird. They like park their car and
Shit
wait for a
like
long
that.
time. Like that should be
Yeah,
Jimmy
just
John's
shit like
code.
that, like,
Picking
damn,
somebody up.
that's
Like,
like real.
Y'all never do all this. I would be
Shit,
very
spend the holidays at my
saying,
things.
I'm in front of a blue house and it says apartment C and I don't know what to do. Like, bitch, there are people. You just ask people.
Did it say apartment C?
It did on the ticket.
So what's like? I could never
Weird.
understand
I
how
mean,
like
it was probably
y'all situation went left, and I know I'm so like you walked in, you talked to three. I'm like, yo, I'm glad that shit kind of came back together, but how did that shit go left in the first place? Cause like I was confused by the whole thing. You know what I mean? And the unfortunate part about it, like even though y'all patch it up now, he locked up, and I felt like even when y'all was on a different type of vibe, you were locked up, and like I don't think y'all really been, you know, free and be able to just.
And that's why like I'm going hard and showing them all this love now too, cause it's like I be locked up, bro gonna show me every support. He gonna make sure it's like I feel ain't forgetting. You know what I'm saying? About you know shit like that. Put my name in the song, free me at the show, shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Doing my little dance and shit like that. Just heavy like salute. You know what I'm saying? I be like shit that's real. Because like he can live it. He ain't gotta do that. You know what I'm saying? Certain other nigga like other rappers that be on some shit like this ain't time to shine. Nigga locked up. Fuck that. I ain't even saying nothing about this nigga. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Shit like that.
How'd y'all connect up? Cause we saw the video of, you know, just like you and y'all linking kind of in the club, but we don't know what happened behind that for, you know, cause you know the only thing Aaron remember was just like words going back and forth and blah blah blah. But we ain't see like, you know, sometimes the beef always mad publicized, but you know, like we'll see one picture of okay, they're not beefing no more, but we ain't really get the full story about that.
I'm going to that boy like he ain't no burial brain. You know what I'm saying? Like a bitch could think whatever they want of me. You know what I'm saying? But it's like I'ma give you everything. You know what I'm saying? We can come out, we can really come. Let's see when it come on some smart shit, some rap company shit, some business, or however what you call it, free at the same way. Like, okay, I fuck with that boy. You know what I'm saying? We can talk about whatever. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like that. You know, certain other street niggas, they just know the street shit. They don't know. They don't know how to spell and all that.
So,
shit like that.
So you probably just you
Me and
chalk that situation up to like miscommunication then.
Yeah, facts. Me and bro, we got the little hurricane out of relief shit tomorrow.
Oh shit.
Water, shit like that.
Hey, you know, and we didn't even get to like the charitable efforts. I could talk to you for like a day, but fuck, but like,
You gotta be what?
yo, one of the things, and actually, let's talk about it now. Yo, I see you and Future did the, you know, the Haiti relief shit. I see you like,
Full of energy.
like you one of the people who don't seem like you're trying to do for look like you really be caring about Haiti, caring about what's going on and people going on. Obviously, like family, friends, you know, who being affected by all this. But we see your philanthropic efforts, you know, like just being charitable, giving back a lot of money. Always, I'm seeing you, yo, hey, this person out of the job, or blah blah. You gonna hold this down? I see you giving away ACs. I see you do. And by the way, you know, you even said it, do it for a minute. Where that side come from? Because you know, there's a portion of Kodak where niggas like, nah, Kodak, that nigga's gonna be some hood shit. Like, yo, we kind of, and a little bit when you first came in the industry, niggas was like, yo, it was more of like they scared of you and be like, yo, this nigga's just gonna, if he come around, he gonna fuck shit up. He not somebody who care about people. Like, you know, explain why you even, you know, where you get the heart from to do all that good shit.
I ain't gonna never say like my cousin them older than me. Like when I was young, like my cousin Wiley them boys, they used to always do like shit in the hood. You know what I'm saying? Like bounce houses, shit like that, giveaway shit, just shit like that. And like they was generous to me. You know what I'm saying? I ain't have no daddy, none of that shit. Like Wally was like a father figure to me too, and like a big brother, but he my cousin. I was saying, like putting Jordans on me. I had all the Jordans, shit like that. I'm saying, and like that, like shit that somebody over here, they been in the head on me. I'm saying, I was like always popular. I mean, every hood too. I ain't even just stuck in the hood. I'm at teen clubs, I'm at adult clubs. And shit. Anyway, but that's how all that shit came about. You know what I'm saying? Like, just all that thing. So I feel like for the wrong I do or did, you know what I'm saying? It's like, I find peace with that. I find peace with that. Touching people's lives, causing them, like, impacting for good and shit like that. And I find peace with it for myself.
You feel like it kind of, you feel like it's starting to come around full circle where like, yeah, niggas might say like a nigga might be like, yo, well, I ain't gonna lie, like, I fuck with Kodak music, but I don't like that you fuck with Trump. But then maybe that same person could be like, yo, I ain't gonna lie, though, Kodak, yo, he be giving back to his community.
He always, man, fuck with me for me, man. When I say fuck the nigga, y'all supposed to say fuck with me.
Yeah.
Cause I'm a real one, man. I ain't got no problem, no issue with being wrong about something. Certain niggas would be like, say if I shitted on myself in the parking lot, I ain't got no shame to be like, man, I shitted out the door on myself. You know what I'm saying? Start to go like, I ain't shit on myself. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. So like, man, you ain't got no reason to lie on a nigga. Or we ain't got no reason to fake fuck with a nigga. I like telling a nigga how I feel, man. I can't be mad at a nigga I don't fuck with. I don't rock with. I'ma let you know I ain't gonna lie, bro. I don't fuck with that little shit you did every day. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that.
But you care about the image part because like for example, now if niggas mention your name and they don't mention the fact, like again, that's what I was saying, like they can mention anything they don't like about you. But at this point, I feel like you do so much, it ain't fair if they don't at least mention like, I ain't gonna lie, yeah, Kodak do be doing some shit.
Alicia Brownlee. Hey, yo, man.
Yo, Kodak, man, I gotta put your name in, bro. For real, man. Yo, every week you need somebody new. You want somebody new. Yo, like, you be thinking about boundaries and like that. You don't know who these people be involved with, man. Like, man, you don't send they about to fuck with you. You think send they with a hood nigga, bro?
I enjoy it.
I wrote this movie. I
wrote this movie when I was in prison, right?
You did?
Yeah. I know one day she gonna be in. I know one day, like.
You were the whole movie in prison.
I'm that boy, I ain't gonna lie. I got screwed. Shit. I just wanna get that shit to the I supposed to did this Halloween movie supposed to be coming out, but we ain't shoot it and shit. That's fire. I might still put that whole out like top of the year. That whole fire.
Did you just write it and you directed it or you
All that.
Oh, so you want to do a little bit more like acting and shit like that, you know?
Yeah, I don't really appreciate a lot of shit. I don't appreciate niggas like certain people comment under my shit. You know what I'm saying? Like fuck shit. I don't like that. You know what I'm saying? I just don't like a lot of shit. What you call it? You know what I'm saying? Then it's like this thing, like with this clone bullshit. I don't like that.
You were playing with it a little bit. Like, did that piss you off a little bit? Because it's like, I think niggas didn't want to see you doing better for yourself. Niggas, like, it's like, you know, I think they call artists a clone when an artist come out and they not living the same exact lifestyle they were when they go in.
I can't be stopped. I can't be clone. I can't be bought. I can't be sold. Different kind of nigga. Then my little dog told Trump to send me back to prison. I want to say, he told me to send me back to prison. Yeah, my little homie. Because you know what? Just like I was saying about the Trump shit, a lot of people don't got no loyalty in their heart. A lot of people, like, they fucked up. So it's like, that's what they would have did. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how they would have played. You know what I'm saying? Like, they ain't good people. So they would have played the same way. So you got a lot of people like, man, shit. Now we can go good. That's what shit going. Look, guess what? When I'm at the casino, right? I be gambling.
I play blackjack.
I
play baccarat?
Oh. Every time when I'm here, I'm already making sure I took the deal on it. Yeah. 100 chill, 20 chill, 1,000 chill. You know why? Cause then I'm giving out free game. I'm giving out free game right now, right? Yeah. Cause the dealer, she gonna make sure I get a good hand. Whatever the trick they know, they gonna make sure I get a good hand because I'm tipping them. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you gotta do that. You don't try to run off on no plug. Oh, man, you know what I'm saying? You supposed to stay down. So, nigga, what you call it? Facts. What you talking about?
Yo, Kodak, you that dude, but, when it comes to influence, right? I seen, even, and you rapped about it too. And you posted on the gram, like, you gave Cardi B a bracelet. I think y'all got a song, that...
My shit went diamond.
You went diamond, ain't it? Like, there can't be a bigger stamp of your influence and your impact than knowing that some shit you help influence went diamond. Yeah. You know what I mean? Why'd you even get her that bracelet? And like, even other people who use a flow, a saying, there's been mad people like, your sayings, like, niggas just take that shit and run with their whole career off of that shit, you know what I mean? Like, how Cardi B kind of, like, you and her never been at it like that. You know what I mean? It's just always been like, yo, I see what you're doing, shorty, and I keep doing it. And like, bro, like, how'd you think about that whole situation?
That's his love. Yeah, baby.
Yeah. Like, I heard you, like, what was it? I can't remember who it was. It was like some other chick that had that, like, one of your sayings or some shit that was kind of took me frame.
Megan Stallion.
Yeah. Like, you was in jail though. And everybody was saying, yo, why you not giving Yak the credit for this shit? Like, you gotta give him credit for this shit. Like,
what people are.
Did you feel the same way, or did you be like, yo, man, I don't need no credit, I'm cool?
Pay the piper, homie.
Yeah.
Pay the piper, man. Pay the sniper. Trust, bro. Like that, man. Yeah, I'm saying. Give a nigga their appreciation and shit like that.
Wait, what was it from Megan's time? It was,
Let Me Drive the Boat.
Oh, to drive the boat. Yeah, everybody said it was synonymous with her. That shit was like...
She don't know me. She ain't gotta say, oh, thank you for this quote and this crazy shit.
But at least like say what...
But when it came time for the people like answering the questions on the TV show, man, she, it was like, who came up with that? Like, what rapper came up with that? Understand? If that was me on the other hand, I know, like, it's okay, bro. That's just a damn anthem. That's a quote. I ain't married to that shit. Come out with a good one. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I ain't gonna lie to the nigga, y'all did that. Free that boy about a bit. Look, I need all that. You know what I'm saying?
You know all that support. That's
facts. I done did it. You know what I'm saying? I took some shit like, man, I ain't gonna know. I heard Akademiks saying that one day, man. Y'all here start saying it.
Just showing love. Why do you think they don't give you the credit? Because I feel like certain other people, like, you know what I mean? Certain other people get credit for, like, certain shit they do. But, you know what I mean? I feel like when it comes to you, I feel like your influence is so big. You see the possibility. She ain't know what's from you. She maybe seen that shit online, but she ain't know what's from you.
Everybody put that meme out there. they be seeing that potential, and they just be like, they know like niggas be great. And let me say it again, like man, little bro, like me and Bobby that's what they don't want. They give niggas they flowers or kind of like support that shit. Like, damn, man, we know you the GOAT, you know what you call it. Let us do this shit, man. If it ain't, so they be ass for real.
Shit. Nah, I mean,
they go rap, they go sing, they go do a little two-step, they go fight, they go snipe. They go perfect.
Well, a lot of niggas do think that, because a lot of niggas do think you take credit for a lot of shit, though. Because, like, you know what I mean? Like, I remember this is dead smooth, and somebody did it, and
That's mine.
And you were like, nah, that's my shit.
Facts. That's mine.
Did you really think it was your thing? I think they tried to put a little remix on it, though.
Mine is.
Now you, like,
They work hard for this shit, bro. I'm saying.
now you came in with a unique kind of bop, though. You came with a whole unique type of wave, and I feel like yeah, it has had some effect on shit. Do you ever think about, like, if some niggas might be looking like, yo, this nigga is better when you ask for, like, or you even point it out? Because they did that to the Migos. When the Migos used to be like, yo, y'all niggas taking my whole flow. When they used to do it right before they hit Bad and Bougie, niggas would be like, oh, you mad that other niggas, like, you know, capitalize on some shit you did.
Yeah, like basically, you basically trying to tell me, shut up, nigga, I'm gonna take this and don't say nothing about it. Yeah, universal terms, that's basically what you're doing. And I'm saying, I'm gonna take your shit and nigga, don't say shit about it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Some shit like that.
Yo, who do you listen to? Like, if you driving in the car, I want to know who Kodak Black listen to.
Off the top, I listen live.
Still?
Man, listen, I ain't gonna lie on some Z shit. Live, boy, man. Live got a lot of young niggas like crashing some fuck shit. What Plies that? I'm who the young niggas get on pills and listen to around 5 in the morning while I spit the truth. I give you this shit from a real nigga point of view. All that shit, I'm saying, Plies, I get it all that, burgers for eating, all that shit, I'm saying. Yeah, that motherfucking choppers on. Stress, Plies, like, got a lot of us out here, like, wild and shit. She, like, but to this day right here, no cap, that he be becoming, damn, that, like, one of my favorite artists right now. Yeah, no cap. Shit ass fresh. So, no cap. I
Smoking that shit, nigga. My shit.
I buy no cap and bitch, young boy. You ain't gonna lie. But me,
Young boy, yeah, his album came out, man. I see, yo, you one of the only few niggas who showed love, man. The industry's a bitch, ain't it?
And me, of course, off the top. Myself. I ain't gonna lie, let the dirt slide, you know what I mean? The dirt slide, the dirt pressure.
Oh, shit. Well, so I was told at 21, so you could fuck with Dirt and Young. Because, like, I was told at 21, and you know, I don't even think it's really just even his opinion. I feel like some niggas in the industry do feel like, man, you can't really, you gotta be picking sides type shit, and like, yo, you know what I mean?
I feel like, I ain't speaking on no one, like, it's, like, per se, right, man? Them niggas when they hate little bro anyway, cause like, little bro great, you know what I'm saying? So, they find that like a great excuse to be like, shit, anyway, we want another nigga to win anyway. This nigga been taking over. This nigga fucking shit up. So, yeah, we all gonna be on this side. You know what I'm saying? The shit like that. The bro great, that boy go.
You ever feel like you gotta play politics?
I feel like I gotta do a bitch ass thing. You know what I'm saying? As long as the nigga don't play with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, both my boy make great music, but you know, like, young boy, he like a little brother. You know what I'm saying? Like a little brother. That was straight too. He like great music. Shit like that. Find me and make me feel like I'm on the side of crazy shit. You ain't saying nothing like this music at the end of the day. I know shit could go down, like if a nigga feeling like, okay, I'm finna hit this bitch up, this little video shoot or this tour bus or however, you know what I'm saying? Like if a nigga around in the crossfire, it's just what it is, but I I understand, like, the nigga ain't no real shit. I mean, these boys talking about these boys, or I mean, these boys, like, what's that, all that other shit. Cause a nigga respect me, but as a man, like, some shit when I was in the feds. I was really, like, getting blood caught. You know what I'm saying? But niggas respect me because I ain't never start like, talking down on my Z. Niggas don't know that I ain't around y'all boys trying to act like y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'm still on some shit like I'm seed up to the field. You know what I'm saying? Like that.
So you was rocking with another.
I was rocking with Bloods because it's like, in the fields, it's like, Z's ain't that big all across America.
Is that for like
It's
protection?
like, Z's ain't that big across America. Z's are the Florida thing. You want to spend midnight from Oklahoma, Ohio, goddamn Virginia, Tuscaloosa, all kind of crazy shit.
These two motherfuckers in the kitchen, bro.
Goddamn. It is so much movement for the motherfucking 8:30 in the morning.
And that new thing is going about.
Oh my God.
That shit. I cannot with them, man. I just walked in and I just seen them. I just stood there and shook my head for a minute and I had to laugh, bro. Like, get the fuck out of here.
About knowing learning and all this crazy shit.
So people were upset about that.
When I got there, homie, all kind, I ain't saying no niggas ain't on that or that. When I got there, homie, you know how much Crip showed me love, homie. Every Crip nigga said, I just said the same shit, and they saw that like, I ain't say nothing bad, homie. And you say nothing bad, them said go. You know what I'm saying? Them said, brother, fuck with me, Trey the Truth, fuck with me. And bitch, if anything, niggas wanna be technical, homie, like, nigga, Diddy just had this nigga running him. Bitch, later, he fucked with it, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all ain't saying nothing. Diddy, so it's like, okay, like, leave me alone, what? You know what I'm saying? It was like, niggas know that shit going back then. That shit was just a, you know, like a nigga talk.
That's too damn much. That's too damn much.
I just told him, bro, I just walked in there and I just looked at him and just shook my head, bro, and I walked out laughing, man.
Yeah, that's too damn much. I gotta go take my drugs.
Yeah, I feel like the media didn't make it like you know.
Shit,
That's why.
Watching them make you want to take a drug screen.
You gonna say some shit that nigga would say in the barbershop, but that nigga in the barbershop, he not connected to the industry, so he say it and nobody hear it or care.
Yeah,
but you gonna say the same shit because that's what's really on your mind, and everybody gonna look at you like, yo, why the fuck this nigga talking like that?
They like, man, we watched it live, we played the video before you got all this shit. That shit ain't like that good. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that.
So that shit was false. Niggas was pressing you over no shit like that.
Nah, yeah, I doing some shit, but them talk about it like, man, fuck how nigga, what you call it, but I ain't nothing what you call it, like, that's how I come like, man, this shit. If a nigga feels some kind of way, I'm saying, but shit, that shit went about, man, so, you know, shit, respect. I done sent my condolences and my apologies if I did offend anybody. You know what I'm saying? But shit, nigga feel some kind of way, feel some tired. You know what I'm saying? Some shit like this to the blood, like, and they rock with that shit, like, you do that. You got niggas, see, like, in the cars, how the feds is, you got, like, Florida car. You got really, like, saying you out the way, it'll be like South car. Yeah. So it'll be like Florida, Louisiana, Texas, Georgia, you know what I'm saying, shit like that. Together, they in one car. And then sometime it'll break up and be like, all right, the whole Florida with each other, the whole Louisiana with each other, the whole Texas with each other, the whole Georgia with each other. But they know that niggas that's gonna go from Louisiana, DC, you know what I'm saying? Like, they don't even need no whole Midwest car or no whole up north car. You know what I'm saying? Like, them states by themselves going up. But, like, to that point where it's like trying to kill a bitch in here for real. Like, all of them, they gonna do it. They gonna do it. A lot of people just came to the feds and really focus on going home. But it's like they ain't called me on some shit like this. I'm gonna stab you, I'm gonna kill your ass, bitch. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's who a nigga was fucking with. Cause it's like, ain't it come down to it. They like, man, don't play with me. Yo, fast type of some shit like that. Over blood, no bitch Lee ass right now. I'm saying, yeah, like, we gonna push by Lee ass. So, like, bitch, I was rocking with them boy. Said, hey, man, I would see it up. I went throwing these up slats, man. I ain't finna come like that. You know what I'm saying? Just y'all boy rocking with my rocking with y'all. And shit, y'all know, bitch, when I go home, I'm seeing them.
Yeah, so okay, all right, no, I get that. No, I think because
You gotta play this the laws of the land.
yeah, you know, the way I put it out, it was kind of like it was for protection shit, like you were scared and then.
Stop playing me, homie. Cause it's like if I was a scary bitch ass nigga or whatever, homie, that mean what that make you? Cause you was fake acting like you was fucking with me, riding for me at one point in time.
That's right. That's why
But when you even keep listen, I'm not leaving. I ain't we ain't on no game shit or none shit. I'm talking about ass in. When we were kids and all this shit. Like, they call me like, oh yeah, bro over there. Oh yeah, let's go. What you call it? Oh, fight him first and I'm jump in. Shit like that. Stop trying to play me.
yeah. Nah, I get you. When it comes to Florida rappers, who you be fucking with? Or who you be listening to?
And Ace, my dog, ain't got out for it.
He's fine.
We got the same shit that we think the same way. About certain stuff like we share the same thing.
It's like Florida rappers gonna get like about one day, so like from Jackson, like just where he's from, it's like super divided and like even how
Florida ain't never gonna be like no Atlanta shit, but it's like everybody rocking.
you know we never seen the music, like it's almost kind of mirroring what happened in Chicago, where like
Man, the thing like Florida been rocking. I be saying real bitch trying to Florida been rocking. Real bitch ain't gonna lie, it was 1 year bitch. The crowd with Miami, cause it's really the same shit, crowd, man. We beat them boys in the murder. I'm saying Chicago is a big ass city. You know what I'm saying, like that. But it's like Florida been rocking. Ain't nobody trying to be like Chicago. The only thing I don't agree with is the smokiness. Like,
yeah, you never did that.
What you doing that for? It's about standing out. It's about, we ain't disrespecting nobody. We ain't putting up pissing on niggas' graves and all that shit. I know niggas around here do that. I know that. That shit, that business, you know what I'm saying? Shit like that. Family green. And peace.
You feel like kind of like an OG where you gotta kind of like lead by example,
Yeah,
especially wild out even more that.
go to the feds, come on, real shredded up. You see Gucci Man came on. What's that? You see that bitch trying to play like a nigga one eating all kinds of shit. Saying, every nigga, I ain't like nigga, we risking our shit, our freedom, and bitch, we shooting bread for what we ain't sending it to them.
Yo, I gotta ask you because I seen it. It's been in the news like this week. It's like yo, Kodak was sentenced to, or not sentenced, but like yo, you gotta go through like rehab, this and third. I was talking to you, you know what I mean? I've never been to rehab, but I'm like, yo, I do love my little, you know, I feel my little honey, whatever, and like, you know, I've heard those things like, is it an active thing? I don't want to touch too much if there's a real issue that you know you're addressing, but like, but people see that you're supposedly in rehab for substance abuse. Like anything you want to say on that?
Yeah, I ain't the trip, man. I talk about whatever. Then like the same thing come on when you get to it, y'all. Since we start talking about this shit, whatever. And I see about that nigga like trying to shame a nigga on the internet by, oh yeah, you said you smoking meth, but that nigga said that on I'm saying it's like, dog. Back then, like my dog CB and shit like that, see like, Jimmy, he ain't got no stains, he ain't none of that shit, you know what I'm saying, whatever, you know what I'm saying, or some shit like that. But me and Stevie, like, we would eat ice back then, boy, you know what I'm saying, we on ice back then, like, wide open, fried out here, you know what I'm saying, like that, like ice, like
regular ice,
melt, I mean, that shit like that, cause you know nigga would pop the mileage and shit like that, but it ain't like no shit where a nigga base or none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Way more money than a lot of these niggas. I'm saying? Fuck the hoes, I fuck real good. I'm still getting tired. I'm still busting me some shit for 2-3 hours. I'm saying, I'm busting me some shit about 2-3 hours. You know what I'm saying? Every bit get in my bed.
Yeah, like that.
Every bit get in my bed, almost nothing before me. You know what I'm saying? Like that.
Got the energizer money. This nigga.
My dick better than a pussy. I have a bit bucking from goddamn to the front, bitch. You up get paid. Goddamn, bitch, that club booty. You'll hear a bitch from here to booby trap.
Yo, but wait, so is it like that or whatever? Like,
See, but I don't see that was like way back then and shit like that.
so what's the new shit that they did from like you gotta go back to like some
That shit ain't about nothing. It was just some shit like, you know, everybody got some kind of like.
everybody got their vice. That's what I said. I got my vice, you know. I'm you know, heavy Cosmo or whatever.
You know, everybody got their little shit, but I don't fuck with it. You know, the ice from over. I was saying like back then. You know what I'm saying? I remember fucking with it. You know what I'm saying? Like that, cause when the mileage started, like, niggas started cutting the mileage with flock and all kind of shit. So with flocking, like you know, the song No Flocking.
Yeah,
So niggas start cutting with all kind of shit. So nigga ain't had no choice but to stop popping and shit like that.
you got addicted a little bit to some
Me
shit.
and CVV on ice, but a nigga vibing good. You know what I'm saying? Nigga ain't no post shit. You know what I'm saying? I was like trusting area and then crazy shit. You just don't sound crazy. A lot of niggas work.
Are you getting? But you are getting the dress, and I think
Yeah,
that's
like
the
that,
main thing.
like that. And then see with my shit, you see I spoke on it, talked about it, and like voluntary drug court. And I did at my damn show, you know what I'm saying? It's like I went to my PO office on a day that I ain't even had to police. Like it happened to police. You know what I'm saying? I like on some shit like to get treatment for myself. Like a lot of niggas.
So pretty much you kind of knew you volunteered. It wasn't like yo they caught you and you was trying to hide. It was like yo, yeah, nah, something ain't right, but yo, I'm alright.
Yeah, I was treating myself like that's what I talk about it. So they respect me. I was like, I'm gonna even like do something for the people who fight with addiction and all that shit. I'm opening up a CBD shop. I'm saying opening up a CBD shop. You know, SG sobriety game. For the people who like fighting to stay sober, their vices, they probably smoke a lot of weed. You know what I'm saying? Weed ain't really no problem, but you know, smoke the CBD. So I'm now CBD weed, CBD perks, CBD Zans. People who want to feel a skin cool with the double cups, Waukesha, all this crazy shit. Walk hard, lean and all that shit. I got the CBD lean. You know what I'm saying? Hemp, all this shit. So
Is it hard to like like even obviously you got these outpatient programs because you hear me right? Like is it hard to remain sober though? You know what I mean? Like a lot of times I hear rappers say that they got to get into a certain type of mentality or a certain type of vibe for to make music. They gotta get they gotta get their shit to really make some good shit. And like obviously that don't go the best with sobriety. But obviously, you try to balance both of your artists. Maybe you don't even need that shit.
I'm gonna show people like I'm gonna show like this shit. And all this crazy shit. Like, you already did all this song. Like, nah, nigga, thinking this shit positive, giving back. Fuck, say no to drugs, shit like that. And I look at it as a green thing, I spot. Y'all know what you call it. It's a radical. It's cheap, get it. Change the influence. Most niggas might feel like they might seem like a lame if they tell a bitch to stay sober and shit.
Nah, that's not lame, bro. Yo, Kodak, man, you're so like inspirational, but also like we watching your life as you live it, and just like as one of your previous projects, you paint pictures, but you're not giving us a false perception of what you're giving us real shit. And it's like niggas they could like it, hate it, but it's gonna be you. I really respect that shit. You know what I mean? Like you being 100% honest with yourself, and when the audience hears that, like know, the emotions that come with that, like it's really respectable. You know, I didn't want to, like, you don't do this too often. I feel so honored. Like, honestly, I really thank you for doing this. Like, you know, obviously, you know, I don't even really DM people really asking for favors because I know sometimes I look at the media here like this. You might love me this week because, you know, I'm like, yo, Kodak, man, look, he just dropped that song. But maybe I'm like, yo, that's something about you. And you don't even like you, but so like I understand like, you know, the highs and the lows and sometimes how it switch. So you even doing this is like, you know, super big and I appreciate it. But like even talking about you not only doing this or even, you know, doing this podcast right now off the record on Spotify. The last time or one of the last time people remember you in an interview was like the Hot 97 shit. And I don't think, you know, you ever got a chance to really kind of just convey your opinion or like why, like, you know, you took, like, there was a lot of questioning that it felt like it was, at least for me, it felt like it was indictment or some shit. What's your relationship? Still have anything on the Hot 97, but, you know, as a young artist kind of getting grilled or somebody trying to make an example out of you, like, how do you think about that in hindsight now?
Shit, even, see, like, in hindsight, even, like, before I did shit with him, I ain't even know who the nigga was, but I was like, man, this nigga probably one of them motherfucking groupie ass old niggas. You know what I'm saying? And so my dog, fam, Frank Castle, I'm a dog, we feel nigga. You know what I'm saying? I was already in New York and shit like that, and he was on the way to me. You know what I'm saying? And like, I was already kind of holding the interview off, like, I ain't gonna walk in there yet till my dog drop the flight. Like, he knew, like, if he was in there and Ebro was fucking with me, he would've smacked Ebro ass on me. He would've beat Ebro ass in there. You know what I'm saying? So then I was like, man, Ebro, damn, man. I should have waited on Castle. You feel like you tried, you know, I should have waited on Castle for real, cause man would already knew, like, I ain't see that, I ain't never some shit. Or like, you feel like I feel some kind of way. I'm really just got on that boy ass and I would have walked stop out that bitch. I would have walked stop trying to see that shit like, man, I can't do me nothing to this boy in here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You gonna sue this shit out of me, but you playing with me, you know what I'm saying? Or some shit like that.
Was it a situation, and by the way, like, you know, just full transparency, like, you know, going into this, I said, Kodak, you want me not to bring nothing to see or whatever. And also I told him, I'm like, I ain't gonna press you on nothing. You feel me? So whatever it is.
When shit over with at that time, it was like the shit was still the case.
He wanted you to plead guilty on the interview.
Yeah, fuck nigga, who the fuck you is? Homie, then he's like, bitch, that's how I know you ain't like from the streets, homie. Like, alright, look, man, this is the case and all this shit about woman. You ain't supposed to say nothing about it. You ain't supposed to say shit, cause you don't know what your lawyer said or what, like, what gonna be the what you call it, homie, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, cause by the time when your lawyer go to advocate for you, if he be like, bitch, orange, you be like, nah,
he said in the interview, he said,
you know what I'm saying? Or some shit like that. You feel me? So it's like, you can't say nothing, bro. You just can't. So the whole time I was fucked up about this shit, cause it was like, I couldn't say nothing. Then it's like these certain little comments, they be like, oh, you R word, yeah, baby. Bro, I'm rich as fuck, I'm a handsome ass nigga on it. I'm saying, what the fuck I'm taking pussy from? I probably might take a nigga shit, take a nigga's heart.
You rob a nigga before you try to take advantage of a woman.
Yeah, I'd probably be most of them that's running, bro. It's like, I got a lot of aunties and girl cousins.
They were trying to paint you. I was speaking about him specifically. Certain people, they kind of was like, while the case was like kind of lurking, they was trying to like paint you as that type of nigga. I love my mama deal with it, bro. It's like, I don't fight girls, homie. I don't down there. I'm too gangster for that shit. I'm too fly of a nigga to be taking pussy. You know what I'm saying? Why all of a sudden, man, it be like, niggas rich, like all celebrities great. Yo, I'm gonna be honest with you.
You know what I'm saying? We wasn't taking pussy when we was broke. My all of a sudden, me rich as hell, now we wanting to rape the bitch.
Yo, I feel like it was one of those situations where they wanted you to identify with a victim, without quote quote saying that you did it, but pretty much it was gonna look like you did it because you on some like, oh yeah, my bad for what happened to her when you ain't do nothing. If you ain't do nothing, you feel me? So like I saw it, I could see the look in your face because like like he was pushing a little bit. You know what I mean? He was pushing a little bit, like he was trying to. It was almost like an intervention.
So like right now, nigga go back like, yeah, nigga, you're tired, whack. Shit like that. Fuck that. Wouldn't even need to be on the same vicinity. Or no shit like that. But with that shit was, then certain people still be like, it's really like, oh, if he ain't did it right, he took that pee. That's how I know y'all don't know shit either, coming like, I'm a young black girl out of Florida, understand? Like, that's a motherfucking Huckleberry fan town, homie. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the odds is, you going to court. You know what I'm saying? You don't know these people, like, you don't know how these people feeling. I put my life in the hands of jury who, you don't know how they feeling, but they know I ain't did that shit. That's why they offered me that. If they felt like I did it, they wouldn't have came on no key. They would have been on straight, bitch, I'm feeling fuck your ass raw, no Vaseline. You know what I'm saying? On some shit like that, man. You know what I'm saying? Like the people came with it, a year probation. That's a bitch. That shit 30 years. If them people dropped that, went simple bad of it to the point that was like, you ain't got to report as no self-defense, you ain't got to da-da-da-da-da. And I'm already on federal probation.
And it's running the same time.
And it's running concurrent. So I'm ready to get this shit over with. I'm trying to go back home. I ain't trying to push this shit on no.
So they wasn't even trying to take no trial anyway.
Set up, yeah, but what if I ain't trying to set up no trial date, all this shit, standard, what you call it? But listen,
this is stupid shit about like even Twitter too. Like, I mean, you're right. They give you a plea deal that pretty much you're already going through some shit that it's the same shit that you're already going through. Yeah, you don't got to register no sex for blah blah. You got certain people that be like, nah, he should afford it, blah blah. Knowing you a black man, knowing they tattoos on your face, you a rapper.
They gotta pay a bit a day and all that. Yeah, I ain't pay a big shit, I mean. Yeah, I ain't coming off nothing. I ain't did it, you know what I'm saying? You ain't give me this money, you know what I'm saying? You know I ain't did this shit. They know I ain't did that shit. I take a lot of tests.
That might went over people's head, but that's some real shit right there. You ain't no nigga that pays somebody off to switch their story type
fuck
shit.
That, man. Yeah, trust.
If you innocent, you ain't gotta do all that shit. You feel me? And shit, they talk. That's a softball plea because they knew your other cases. They knew what you was on already. So if they really had the shit, they're not about to do that fucking soft ass. That was in the Carolinas. Like that's. I ain't trying to say they racist over there, but like, nigga, I remember reading the town. I'm like, Kodak went the wrong place with this shit. Like, they could catch us.
My dog don't trying to see who the little run trying to rat said next thing like that, damn bro, you sure you don't mind for that shit. Man, that shit going, let the shit ride out. I'm still whatever. That shit, but guess what? I was off. The case was terminated in 2 months after they say the year probation.
Yeah.
Shit was terminated in 2 months. I did a lot of tests, passed that, and
really?
Yeah, trust, no step, homie. Yeah.
No, I seen it. You always gonna have those people trying to, cause they got an agenda ready. Fuck those people. You know what I mean? Like, listen, you gotta live your truth, but also,
as in my heart go out to the girls who are really like, you're getting raped and all this shit.
And what some people just don't understand, like, as a black man in America, when you get hit with a case, because you don't take it to trial and you gotta beat the case, don't mean you did whatever you did, or did whatever they accuse you of. Sometimes, truth be told, man, you might be innocent, you just don't want to blow trial. Because they lynch you.
Facts.
If they could get, and when they say a peer, what did they say, a jury of old peers, what do you think your peers in that vicinity gonna look like? Gonna be 12 white people just looking straight at you like, yo, who is this nigga you look guilty with? You know what I mean? Like, no matter what you gotta say, it's gonna be like, yo, they ain't really trying to hear you blow trial. Now, they really gonna say some shit. So I understand about that too. You know what I mean? Like, hey, I'm glad you even, you're even at this point, but currently though, other than some probation shit, you know what I mean? You handling all you gotta handle, you know what I mean? You're trying to work on yourself as a person. I remember I talked to you way back then. I even talked to Charlamagne one time, and I was like, yo, I said, I swear, Kodak called me one day, that nigga said he was in his library, he was reading. And it was like, no way, Kodak, you be reading this shit still, bro? Like, I think that's a lot of, that's one of the things that people don't realize about you. Like, know, you be slurring your words a little bit. You know what I mean? Like people be like, yo, nah, he not intelligent. He not well thought out. He just kind of he a hood nigga that's stupid. And I remember telling people, I'm like, man, if you gonna be caught up in his accent, his language, his lingo, you know what I mean? It's the same reason. I'm like, if he ain't had all that, his music wouldn't be what it is, cause like that's what makes it like kind of how you talk. It's kind of how you rap.
I could have went to private school back then. On dope, smart as shit. We were going to like some little programs, some little camp shit. And I was like beating like high school and like spelling bees and shit.
Yo, I'm gonna tell you, I remember telling him like, yo, I swear Kodak hit me, and like I forgot what we was talking about, but I was like, nigga, where you at? What you doing? You're like, nigga, I'm in the library. I was just reading this shit, and I was like, damn, nigga, I would have never thought that about you, cause you know I'm buying into, you know the internet. You have a perception about niggas. I'm like, yeah, I'm buying the internet perception shit. This nigga like, even if he come from a certain background, he's trying to sharpen his mind. You know what I mean? So like, I think one of those things that, you know, I'm glad you're charitable.
Very slow to catch you fast, man. And it's, you know, wise man, you know, but get big wise, type of shit like that. If I'm a Gemini, I put this shit like a chameleon. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, bro. Now,
yo, in jail, have you? I feel like you'll be a dope ass poetry, like a poet. Like, you know, like I always say, like, you know. And I remember,
Pop.
yeah, I compare you to Pop, and every time I say Kodak and Pop, you know, everybody like, oh, why do you? But I'm like, yo, in terms of poetry, I'm like, I hear this nigga like he's giving poetry from his perspective. I'm hearing that shit.
Yeah. Me and Park got a lot of this shit. Geminis, they tried to hit him with one of them cases. They hit me with what you call it. Shit like that. Yeah, boy. I might drop me a project called Yakaveli, go bald at that shit. Go bald.
Wait, you had what was that fucking tape you dropped? Or was it an album? It was like a play or Biggie and Pac.
Little bit Pac.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? Like, do you kind of look up to them, or you kind of just see like how you are and maybe the similarities?
Yeah. It's like, it's one of the things you gotta look up to them. You gotta, you know, these flowers, you gotta, what you call it. See, them the type of niggas just like nobody ain't never gonna say, oh, you better than them. You know what I'm saying? The shit like that. That's like one of my older homeboys, like my big homie, he called me big bro. You know what I'm saying? It's not like one of those shit like I'm older than him, or it's like because of my money and all that shit. It's just like I respect what you want, and you ain't little bro forever. I'm saying, when do you graduate to big bro now? You know what I'm saying? And some shit like that, like you on some big bro shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why I believe that shit like little big bro, a little big Pop. And it's like, yeah, nigga could be better than Pop now.
Yeah. People don't want to hear that conversation. They don't want to hear that conversation.
But now I'm finna do me some of that shit like I'm sorry campaign, because I'm honestly, like, I'm sorry to everybody. I'm sorry to the people who I hurt. I'm sorry if you don't understand me. I'm sorry if you just don't like me. I'm sorry, and I'm sorry, and you know, I'm sorry to everybody that I wronged. I'm so sorry to all the times I made my mom cry. I'm sorry to all the guys so hard I broke. I'm sorry to young Miami. I'm saying, for some kind of disrespect and stuff like that. She accepted my apology.
I be wondering if they be like responding when you kind of like tweet it out.
I'm like, see, you just I'm sorry. What do you call it? My friend took me like, probably run me like 200 miles or some shit like that. Probably run from like Arizona to Utah. I'm just running. I ran 200 miles to prove how much I love my niggas. You know what I'm saying? I ran just ran.
sound like you're just one of the artists who, you know, I built my career partly of covering you, and you know, I'm seeing you grow. You grow, my nigga. Yeah, you grow. Like I think you realize in your space, but you're human too. That's what sometimes people don't want to allow a nigga to make a mistake, and I'm watching you make mistakes sometimes. For the Kodak that I knew from a couple years ago, definitely more mature, more evolved. First time seeing you sitting in front of me right here. So I mean, it's the first time I'm meeting you, like, brother. I'm so proud of you, man. Like, I'm proud of you, and I'm one of those people. I feel like I just start getting in terms of media, like you start getting about flowers, but I just want to give you flowers, like, man, you like. I should have brought this. Yo, no, but for real, I don't want you ever to forget it. Yeah, like the legend, nigga. I'm still, I'm finna buy me some shoes. That's dope. So, you that guy, bro. Like he's finna help me do my shoes with the K-Swiss. So I get my K-Swiss shoes. Yo, Kodak, I'm looking forward to our next conversation. I'm looking forward. Maybe I'll join the Kodak workout plan. I'm gonna start on the burpee. Yeah, the burpee. I'm looking forward to you coming out and run a few miles. No, for real. No, I'm coming. Lamar gonna come out and do a few miles. I even got my brother Raw Bay finna come out. If you do that, I'm 100% in. Especially if my dog Raw Way, you come out and do something. He come out. That's my nigga too. You know what I'm saying? I fuck with that boy too. Yo, Kodak, man. Yo, again, like, I love that nigga, man. I love you, bro. Yo, I love Rob, man. Yo, I could spend probably like 1,000 hours here. Thank you for showing up here. I know you were gonna show up. Thank you for, you know, having a conversation with me. I love you. I just want to give you your flowers and let you know you are a superstar and a legend, and you're on that Mount Rushmore for all the young artists who changed the game. I love you too, bro. For everybody who's gonna come after you, like, you're gonna realize just how you talk about poetry and be like, man, we just had a conversation. He was like, yo, yeah, I'm kind of like, yo, me in Pop Week, this song right here, this nigga's looking at like, yo, man, I want to be like Kodak a little bit. I want to feel like his energy. Yeah. So I always look at it when, you know, sometimes you be like, yeah, you know, this nigga ain't give me the homage or give me the respect that, you know, he kind of maybe took this from me. They gonna be like that nigga, you a legend. They don't take it from everybody. You know, I mean, your name is in the history books already. Yo, Kodak, thank you so much. Thank you so much, man. Like, respect. You know, I wish, you know, I listen to your music and I think about, and I just hear how you talk about your mom and in his home, because I was born in Jamaica, and I feel the same way about my mom too. And the way you got passion about how you talk about her, and I love that, bro. So, you know, I can't wait for our next conversation, but also my last thing, of course, I want to see that result. I'm gonna make a prediction here, and if you watch me switch up for the next year, you can call me like, you was fake on that. If you drop your album next year, I think you're gonna have probably the best album next year, because the wave you've been in, and if you tell me those are tapes, I'm gonna tell you, I'm liking them shits more than other niggas' major releases. You know, some raw shit, we hearing the feelings, I'm hearing the same shit that, you know what I mean, even just more mature, that you was in before you went to prison. I think people, if they're not already, you know, I think your fans just fuck with you already, they're gonna fall back in love with you. There's gonna be new people who'll be like, damn, this nigga Kodak, no matter how rich he got, he never just sold out. No matter how successful he got, he never forgot why people loved him. And that's the reason why I think you're gonna win, man. So thank you for showing up, man, and thank y'all for tuning in. Thank you, to another episode of Off the Record Podcast. You know, we're here every 3 times a week, actually, on Spotify. We're here Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And Kodak, man. Thank you, bro. Yeah, that's love, brother. Yeah. High hip hop, triple